date, because what it is, the state will ask that the kid be given what the law allows us to give him. Okay? Then if he refuses to do that, then he will have a trial, and then you would come in for the trial.
I was told to come to the date of the right to suppress or evade or avoid criminal information of a dangerous sort. I'll be explicit, I'll tell you, if you need to know.
Now wait, you're talking about, will they not do everything in your best interest?
Yeah.
Well, certainly they will.
They did not. Well, no, let's just stay on this. I will give you the information. My son is attacked and assaulted. We know the name of him. There is a gang with the boy, and one of whom fires a pistol. The boy shows up at the hearing, but no one interrogates or asks who fired the shot or who the gang members were.
At a hearing or what now?
The so-called hearing that I have been invited to and told by one of your staff members downstairs to come to and bring the witnesses. Well, now you're saying that if it's a settlement, we're not allowed to come.
You know, if it's a hearing, like we have detention hearings and things, then you do come.
Well, I don't know what hearing even. I just was. Yeah, okay. I was just told to come. I don't.
Okay, so it wasn't a sell. If you were told to come, it wasn't a settlement date. It was something else. And when were you told to come?
December 4th, 1997, at 1 p.m.
Okay.
It's called court date.
Okay. And you came?
Came with my son, the victim, and then the other witness who was with us. In my document, I listed 3 other witnesses and phone numbers, and 1 other person with a license number. We wait and wonder, and then somebody tells us it's over, that we were not permitted to be there.
Who was the juvenile, sir, that you filed against?
Charles E. Fowlkes, Fowlkes.
Let me pull his file. Do you have just a second for me?
Surely, thank you.
Thank you.
No, we can only let you. My joke is, you can get 3. I know one guy that had 5 years for a murder. He got reduced to 3. Play him a singer. Oral and rocking. But I'm not doing that. I've exposed crimes committed by someone. Yes. I've had suppressed information about Boogie.
Thank you for holding, sir.
Surely.
What was your son's name?
David Eng, E-N-G.
I'm sorry, David.
Eng, E-N-G. You want the serial numbers of the complaint, the number, wait for them?
I'm just trying to go through the paperwork to see. It shows that he had a settlement date on the 4th of December. When did you say you were to come down?
December 4th.
December 4th. That was a settlement date. That's the date when they told you. I wonder who told you to come down.
Yeah, we wore a suit and tie and brought the second boy, who is a best friend. He was also present in the case. In my complaint, is large. It includes a gang of 15 people and a shooting. And
when did the incident occur, sir?
there were two, by the way, but this one is the explicit one. This occurs, let's see, at October 11th, 97.
Okay, this is the one I'm looking at then.
Mm-hmm. We turned into my son had been assaulted earlier.
No, it didn't say anything about a weapon on this.
Well, that's suppression.
This is just a simple assault. This is not an ag assault.
Yeah, well, that's a suppression of data. What needs to be, they've used the word charge repeatedly, and I'm pretty explicit because I am a writer, and I have done some government expose that people are not happy with in a book.
Right.
So
this is something, with it being a simple assault, it wasn't, we didn't type up the petition, it was typed up by our court folks on the other side.
Well,
and so we were only going by what they had typed up.
Yeah, you want me to read what I said? It said, explain in detail. I did that. He grabbed David Ang from behind and beat his head with his knuckles over and over. Gunshots were fired. Witness left, but his license plate, they give that number. Around 15 gang members were seen. On the back of the document, do you have any witnesses, is your question. I write in 3 names. Oh, 2 with addresses. No, two. One with 2 with phone numbers, and then somebody also at the restaurant at the Food Max who was aware of the case. None of those people. This was reductionism. Let's make this as small as possible so we can move on. That's pretty obvious to me. And
none of this was. None of that information was in this petition for us.
Well, then that itself.
Vicki Cothran is the one that typed this up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to ask her why she did not include that in the petition that she typed up.
That's really good to know because, strangely, Shelley Neal, prosecutor, just seems to think she argues that she had no obligation, no right to even ask about the shooting. I don't understand that. If you were part of a shooting, even though you didn't pull the trigger, you're guilty of allowing it or encouraging it in this instance.
Okay. The only thing I know to do, our boss down here is Jim Todd. Have him call you.
Okay.
And let you go over this with him because he knows the law.
Okay, Jim Todd.
Yes, sir, and just let you know just exactly what can or cannot be done at this point.
Yeah, because the best moment was when that boy is in there and his father is an attorney. And that's the best time in the world to ask him the rest of the questions. Because to protect himself, he'd probably say some things. Common sense would agree with me.
What is your full name, sir?
Steve. Well, you really want my... I don't even like my full name. No. Stephen Richard Ang. But it's Steve, and his last name is E-N-G. And it's 834 5069.
69.
Judge was Wendell Cook, whom I told cannot return a call.
Oh, okay.
Not because of...
What are your hours at this number, Mr. Evans?
Most of the day. I may be gone, but I'm often there. I'm mostly here.
Okay. Let me give this to General Todd and let him review the file. And like I say, he knows more of what we can and can't do here. Then let him get back in touch with you.
Believe it or not, I'm not out for a case on behalf of my son, although he probably would like something on that gun shooting. I'm trying to be objective like an American citizen. If a shooter and a gang of 15 people are not important to our government, we have this high crime rate in this city.
We do, that's true.
The shooter who is he's firing into the sky. If not stopped, what will he do in 2 years? Might shoot at somebody.
True.
And it would seem to me the time come, and I'm not for throwing him in prison. I'm not against it. But that's not my issue. My issue is can't we stop something before it gets worse?
Yes, sir.
Well, the judge, she says it's a police problem, like I should go back to the police. Well, I don't think... the policeman who knew something about this thought it was all up to the juvenile court to go through, and he was laughing and thinking they're not going to do things. And he did show up after the case. There was a policeman that showed up. I have his name and number. Okay, well, I appreciate this man to call.
I'll get this to General Todd and see what we can work out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.